and they called people together to support those disputes. But they recognised that it was between disputes, that a trade union movement had to be a collective movement, and that's why the TUC was formed, and that's why I'm here today supporting our unions taking legitimate industrial action for the causes that those trade unionists who met here 150 years ago were talking about then. And I'll come back to what was on their agenda, because it's very interesting when I've heard what's been involved in each of these disputes. And I know that the decision to take strike action is not taken lightly by any worker. Public sector, private sector, it doesn't matter. It's not taken lightly. And the prolonged action that you've been involved in is having massive impacts on you and your families, I'm sure. I also know that the authority to take strike action is not easily achieved in this country, which now has the second most oppressive trade union legislation in all of Europe. I think it's only Lithuania that's worse than us, because of the introduction of the Trade Union Act by the Conservative government. That means you have to jump through hoops, meet legal requirements, as well as meet higher thresholds to take that action. But taking industrial action is an absolute democratic right, and it's an absolute human right. And everybody should have that right to withdraw their labour. That's what gives us democracy in workplaces. That's what levels the playing field between the bosses in workplaces and the workers, that we can collectivise and we can support one another. And without that right to strike, I think it was John Hensey who said that collective bargaining would just be collective begging if we didn't have the right to withdraw our labour. So it's an absolutely essential right that we have. No one takes it lightly, and we applaud those who have organised their workplaces sufficiently to understand that solidarity and collective action can achieve things.